Okay, so in this video, which is video number 4, this is where I'm going to show you how to make this really lovely bracelet. And you can use whatever closure you want. I personally like this one here and the way it finished off here on here. So I really like this. You can use a filigree clasp. You can use whatever closure. As long as it's a 2-strand closure, you can use whatever closure you want. But you will need a closure. You're going to make 5 of these components, or 4, depending on what size bracelet you're going to make. Doesn't matter how many components you really need. Just base it on the size of your wrist. And I believe this is a little bigger than a size 8 because it's a little bit big on me. Okay, so with 5 components, it's going to be a little over an 8, but it still fits really nice. Okay, I really love this bracelet. Really like it. It feels comfortable on the wrist too. It doesn't feel all scratchy and crackly and stuff. Now, I'm going to show you how to make this component from start to finish, because this component is a little different than the last ones. I mean, it's not a huge difference, but it's smaller and it's got different beads in different spots. So we'll get to that when I get there. So for this size component, you're going to need only 4mm crystals. You'll still need your Toho seed beads and your 3mm bugle beads. You're only going to need, geez, I don't remember now, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28 white ones, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16 of the blue in this component. Alright? And you're going to do the same thing as the last one. You're going to pick up a white one, 1 11-0, a white one, a 4, or a blue, 11-0 and a blue, a white, 11-0 and a white, a blue, 11-0 and a blue. Alright, and you're going to bring these down. So you only got 2 of each on here. So as you can see already, it's going to be smaller. Bring it down, do the same thing as always. Hold it between your fingers here, the tail end. Wrap it around your middle finger and just bring it up. Tuck it in where your thumb's pinched really tight against your index finger, and go through all your beads. This is the easiest way to run your needle through your beads without missing any beads. So you can clearly see if you're missing any. Alright? And close your work up by going through the first 3 beads. So the Superduo, the 11-0, and the Superduo. Alright, and pull tight. So now you have only a little tiny component started right there. Now, exit into the top of your Superduo like so. Pick up 2 blues. We're going to do the same thing in this first row, or second row. 2 whites, 11-0, and go between your 2 colors. Pick up 2 white and go between the 2 blues. Pick up an 11-0 and go through to the next Superduo. Pick up 2 blues through the next Superduo. Pick up an 11-0, go through to the next. You're working in the top of your Superduos on previous round as well. So pick up 2 white and into the Superduo and 1 11-0. And now you've finished out this round. Okay, so this is what you should have. Now, you're going to go through the 2 blue in the bottom loops, bottom holes, like this. And then you're going to bring your needle up and exit through the top hole like that. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing as before, just pick up 1 between here. You see this large gap here? Okay, you're only putting 1 between your 2 colors. So 1 there. Then you're going to pick up 4 Superduos, and then you're going to exit into the next Superduo like this. Pick up 1 Superduo and exit into the next Superduo like that. Pick up 4 Superduos and exit into the next. Okay, pick up 1, exit into the next. Pick up 4 and exit through to the next. Pick up 1, exit between your Superduos like this, and pick up 4 and exit like so. Okay, now you're going to go through the bottom of the white Superduo that you put on your very first one, and you're going to pull that nice and tight and try to hold it tight. And this is what you should have. Now you're going to go up into the top hole, exit through the top hole of that 1 Superduo. Now you're going to pick up 1 blue one, and you're going to exit into the next Superduo. Now this is where your work's going to get loose on you, so pull it out of there. Try to pinch that tight between your fingers, and whoopsies, not sure how I did that. No, not too sure. Don't want to do that. Like that, and pull. Now pick up 1 11-0, exit into the next Superduo. So now you should be in the very middle of the group of 4. You should be here. So you're going to pick up 3 11-0s, exit into the next Superduo, sitting those 3 beads between, like that. Pick up an 11-0, exit into the next Superduo. Okay, and this is what you should have. So now you're ready to put your Superduos beside your single one here all by itself. So put 1, pick up 1 blue one, pick up another blue one, and exit into your first bead of your group of 4, like that. Pick up 1 11-0, exit into the next Superduo. Now you're between the middle here, so you're going to pick up 3 11-0s, and you're going to exit into the next Superduo, sitting those 3 beads on top. Pick up 1, exit into the next Superduo, so that completes your 4. So now you're ready to put on another blue Superduo. So pick up 1 blue Superduo, or whatever color you're using. Pick up another one and exit into the bead of your group of 4. Pick up 1 11-0, exit into the next Superduo. Now we're between our group of 4 in the middle, and you're going to pick up 3 11-0s and exit through the next Superduo. Now these are going to kind of twist and turn and wonky and stuff, but it'll all work out in the end. Pick up 1 11-0, exit into the next Superduo. Now you're exiting by the one that's all by itself. So pick up 1 Superduo, exit through the next, or that one, and pick up another Superduo, and no, you got, it's your second last one, and exit through there. Alright, and now this is where it's going to be very wonky. Pick up 1 11-0 and exit into the next Superduo. Pick up 3 11-0s, exit into the next Superduo, and it's going to kind of sit twisted and cockeyed or whatever it is, but it'll straighten out. Pick up 1 more 11-0 and exit into the next Superduo. Just manipulate it in there like that. Pick up your last blue Superduo and exit into the white and step up into that one all by itself, like this, and pull. So this is what you have. Again, another domed up piece, and that's what you want, same as your other one. The only thing is now you've made 4 corners. And these corners are where we're going to join all our components together. So this is what it's going to look like when you've completed your component. So it's easy to add something there. Like I told you before, if there was only one seed bead in here, you cannot get a jump ring in there, no matter how much you try. So for this one here, you're going to finish it off exactly the same way by stepping up into your top of your Super Duo, picking up a 4mm, exiting into the next Super Duo, and then you pick up 5 11/0s. 5 11/0s and enter into the next bead the same way you're exiting. So I'm on this side, so I want to enter on that side and give it a little pull. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, now you're going to go through those 2 beads. Like I said, don't pull that tight. Exit through that Super Duo and then tug it, and then go around and finish your round out by going through all these beads. And you have to go through the 3. Like this. And this is where it gets a little harder and tighter to get in your beads. Exit through the white one, the top of the white one. Don't go into that blue one yet, like so, and then bring your needle up and exit in the top of that blue one, like that. Okay? Pick up your 4mm, enter into the next Super Duo, pick up 5 11/0s, and again drop down into the middle one and exit through there and pull. Pick up 5 more and exit through very carefully. Do not pull your thread tight. Okay, and through the Super Duo, and now give it a tug. I'm going to go finish this round out, and I'll come back and show you what to do next. Okay, so I have completed that round now, and we're just going to do our bugle beads, and then we're finished this one component. So you're going to go down where you're exiting out of where you put your last Swarovski in, and you're going to exit through this middle bead here, like so. Keep your work nice and tight. Now you're going to pick up 4 of your bugle beads, your 3mm ones. Go on a diagonal, and you're going to go up in through those 3 beads, which is your Super Duo, your 4mm, and your Super Duo, like so. And then you're going to go back down into the 5 11/0s and then go across the top like I told you before and enter into that 11/0, and you will never see that thread. Pick up 4 of your bugle beads, 4, diagonal, and you're going to go up into your 3 beads across the top, and including your Super Duo. Down into your 5 beads, like so. Through your 11/0, pick up 4 of your 1, 2, 3, 4 bugles. Go across up into these beads, and into Superduo. And down the 5 and through the middle one, like so. And pull. 1, 2, 3, 4 bugles. Cross into here. And into your Superduo. Drop down into the 5 beads. As you can see, we are finished, and my thread is between this white and this blue bead, so I will go through this blue bead again in the middle, this 11-0, and I'm going to go through the Superduo, the blue one, so I'm exiting between the white and the blue, like so. And I'm going to drop my needle down through the center because I want to be on the back side of my work. I'm going to pull my needle off. I'm going to do a surgeon's knot, so wrap it around once and twice and pull tight. And I always like to take my pliers and I like to tighten it with my pliers, so we'll do it one more time. Wrap it twice. 1 and 2 and pull tight. And now you're going to drop a dab of glue on that, on your knot. And right like that. Take your scissors or a thread burner. I wouldn't use a thread burner over top of this glue. It'll ruin it. And then take the tip of your scissors and push your threads in between like that. So nothing is going to scratch on you. And just hold it there for a sec. And that's it. And now wipe the tip of your scissors off. I use my fingers because this crazy glue is gonna kill me on my fingers. Oops. Alright, went through a little bit. So now I have my 5 components made. And I'm ready to make my bracelet. So I'm going to just go and clean off my board, and I'm going to come back. Okay, so I have cleaned up my mess. Now, depending on the size of the bracelet you're making, I'm making a size 8. So I'm using 5 of these components. It's going to be a little bit bigger than a size 8. Okay. Now you're going to need 20 large jump rings. So these are a probably a 6mm. You're going to need 20 of them. I got 20. You're going to need 4 4mm jump rings. You will need a closure, any kind you want that's a 2-strand closure. You're going to need some eye pins. I'm using, in this case, because I'm making 8, and I'm using 2 in between each. So I'm gonna need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So you're going to need 12 eye pins if you're making a size 8. You're going to need 12 4mm bicones, and this is where I used the different color one. It's still blue, but it's got the AB coating on it. So first off, what you want to get done first is make all your little components like so. Your contraptions, okay? You're going to make 8 of them with a seed bead behind a seed bead beside each bicone. Then you're going to make 4 of them without a seed bead on them, just the crystal. So let me show you what to do. So with an eye pin, and I'm using 1.5 inch eye pins, I'm going to pick up a seed bead, a 4mm bicone, and a seed bead on my needle, on my eye pin. And sometimes these eye pins are so thick that you can't even get a seed bead on it. So I'm trying every seed bead possible. Got it. Okay. So like this. And then we're just going to do a simple wire loop. So bend it over around those pliers and try to mimic the size that you have already. So it's about like that to me. Just fold it over your pliers, give your pliers a turn, and finish off the loop. Okay, where your pliers or where your wires meet, you're just going to snip it off right there. And then you're going to fix up your loop. I like to straighten up my pieces so they're nice and straight. So there are my 8 already done with the seed bead on them. And then you're going to pick up your eye pin and just pick up one 4mm, and you're going to repeat the same thing, bending this over. Mimic the eye pin, or yeah, the eye pin hole, and make a simple wire wrap loop. Trim it off where it meets and fix up your eye pin. So I kind of like to make them all nice and straight. Okay, so now I have my 4. So we are ready to attach our, start with our first component. Now you're going to use 2 pairs of pliers, of course, for this, and you're going to pick up one of your 4mm, your smaller ones, like this, and you're going to attach one end of your closure like that, and then you're going to pick up a jump ring and shove it on there, a larger one, and then you're going to close your jump ring nice and tight, and making sure that you touch them, and that way you know that they've scratched closed together tight like that. Okay, so now you're going to pick up, whoops, hang on a minute, I put the wrong thing on here. Goofy. We don't want that on. We want to pick up one of our loops here, the one with just the bicone and no seed beads. Open it up and attach it to that 4mm jump ring and give it a close. Alright, now with this 5mm or 6mm jump ring, you're going to attach your other end, and then you're going to go through making sure you go through the right side. So this is going to be on this side, so I'm going to have to go this way into, so my closure is upright, it's facing up, and give this a nice tight close. Like that. And then lay it down flat, making sure it is on properly. Okay? So it's like that. You're going to repeat that over here, and I'll show you one more time. Pick up your big jump ring, and you got to open it big enough that you can get it around your beads. So, oopsies. And we're going to join it like this. My pliers are probably in your way. I gotta open it a little bit more. Okay, now it should go in there, no problem. There we go. Alright, grab another one of your wire wrapped beads with no seed beads on it, and give this a close. Nice tight close. And I could see a bit of a gap, so I'm going to do this until it's tight. There we go. Now you're going to lay this down. You're going to lay this down. You're going to pick up your 4mm jump ring, open it, then you're going to come around, pick up this one. Well, these pliers, I tell you. Pick up this end and this end, making sure that it's all on straight and nothing's twisted, and give it a good tight close like that. So there's one end of your closure on. Now flipping it around, you're going to start working with your other pieces. Save the other two for your closure and the other two small jump rings for the other end. So now you're going to work with these ones here. So you're going to pick up your big jump ring, open it up, fairly big, and attach it here. Attach one end and close. You got to attach one of your wire wrapped, wire beaded, or whatever you call those, on there. Take another one, open it up, fairly large, and again go on the other one and attach it like so. Another connector and close, nice and tight, and that one's done. Okay, so now you're going to take your jump ring, your larger ones now, you're still working with your larger ones, open it big, grab one end, making sure that you put this upright so it lines upright, and then you're going to attach this, and I always come from the bottom through to the top, like this. And then I grab my jump ring carefully and close it up nice and tight. Okay, you're going to do the same thing. Pick up a jump ring and open it large, wide. Pick your other end up, pick this end up, and close up your jump ring. And I always like to look to see if there's any kind of a little gap or anything, and I want to make sure there isn't. Okay, so there you've attached two components. Okay, I'll show you one more time, right? Pick up a jump ring, open it large, attach it to your piece, add one of your connectors with the eye pin, and we're working with the ones with the seed bead in it, and close it up nice and tight. Again, add your jump ring, open it, add it to the other side, and add another connector and close it up. And if you rub them together, you know they're going to close tight. Like that. Alright, now let them dangle nice and straight so we don't get them all twisted. Pick up a jump ring, open it up, put your jump ring through your connection, and make sure you put it through from the bottom to the top. And that way you're getting it on upside right. And close it up tight. Now you're going to repeat that on the other side. Make sure your connector's nice and straight. Pick up a jump ring, open it up, pick up your, make sure this is not all twisted either. Pick this up, pick this up from the bottom, then you know you're going to have it upright. I hate these pliers. They're not real very good needle nose pliers. And give it a close. You got like too fat of an end. And give that a good close. Nope, not closed. Now it is. Alright, so go and finish putting the rest of your components on, for however the length of your bracelet is. And I'm going to get mine done, and I'm going to come back and show you how to finish off adding your closure to the other side of your bracelet. Okay, and I'll be back. Okie doke, so I'm at the end where I need to add the other half of my closure. Now you could do it with the closure attached, but I'm just going to simply remove the closure and make sure I put it on upside right, okay? So be very careful of that. So first off, you're going to need the big jump ring to go through your set of beads there. So open it up large, attach it to your end here, put on your connector, and close that up. Nice and tight. And do the same on the other side. Pick up your last jump ring, open it up wide, put it on, put on your last connector, and close up your jump ring, nice and tight. Alright, so this is where you're going to make it very important that you attach your closure on upside right. So I'm grabbing this one from the bottom here, scoot over here and scoop this up because it's upside right. Well, I might not be able to do it that way, so I'm holding it as if it was on the mat and putting it through the hole, and close your jump ring up nice and tight. Okay, so that part is done. Pick up your last jump ring, your little itty bitty last one, and open. Oopsies. Okay, I kind of don't like how this is on here, so I'm just going to undo this, take this piece off. And I didn't like how it was sitting on here. It was kind of like it was twisted. So I'm just going to reattach it. So if you have that happen, just pull your eye pin hole loop open, and now it should lay flat. Okay, do the same thing over here. Pick up your piece. Make sure your dangle is nice and not twisted like it just was. Attach it and close your jump ring. Nice and tight. And there we go. And there is your gorgeous, beautiful bracelet. Like that. Hope this fits me. It's probably going to be a little too big like the other one, which it is. And the way I may make this smaller is I may go in and remove all of these and take the seed beads out. The seed beads in here will actually shorten this a little bit for me, because this is a wee bit too big. Not a whole lot too big. I mean, I don't want it skin tight, and I never do like jewelry tight around my wrist to begin with. But let me try and put this on and show it to you. And close. And there's the bottom, and there's the top. It is a wee bit too big, and I will fix that, because, well, actually I don't mind it like that. I just don't like it too big. There you go. There's our bracelet completed. Very easy to do. Well, guys, like I said, this was going to be another really fun project. I really enjoyed making this. I did use almost a whole 8-gram tube. Is this an 8-gram tube? I believe it is. This, the only thing I don't like about Beadaholics tubes is they always put this bar scan tube over top of the number or the color of the beads, and you got to peel it back. I wish they would use a smaller skew, you know, a smaller number over top of the little one that's here. I guess they want to cover that one up, but they don't need to cover up the entire name of these beads, and they do that on every single tube. So I'm forever stuck pulling them back to see what color this is. But I almost used the whole tube to make the entire set. I used a 2.5 of the blue Superduos. In this white, out of this entire tube and another half tube, this is a much bigger tube than this one. I used this entire tube plus another half of a tube of this size. So the white you use more of. Didn't use a whole lot of my bugle beads, and this was a brand new tube of these bugle beads, so as you can see you don't really use all that much. So out of making every single piece, I did use a lot of jumprings, yes, and you know, not too many crystals, you know, maybe I think I bought 60 of 60 of the blue crystals yesterday, and or Friday, can't remember, yeah, Friday or Saturday, my husband went to get them for me, these blue sapphire crystals, and I didn't use all 60 of them. Anyway, that's it for this series of the Christmas Wish set. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and you guys have fun. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed my video, and like me on I Bead For You page. If you make this set, I'd surely like to see what you make it in, what colors you make it in, what closure you use. You know, I would really like to see that. And don't forget that if you post a picture of a project of mine that you made on I Bead For You's website or Facebook page, you have a chance to win one of my vintage bead collections that I've are giving away in October. Tomorrow I'm doing the draw on the 10,000 subscribers, so there's going to be 3 winners that I'm going to be mailing out some gorgeous prizes that you guys all seen, and I will make a YouTube video. I think I'm just going to download a random generator or some kind of random thing to randomly pick names, because I just want you all to know I do not have time to go and respond to all 10,000 subscribers' comments on YouTube. There's far too many, and I've read every comment, so don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm ignoring you. I have read every comment that you guys have made. So, and I think it's fair that I don't comment on one and not comment on the other. So I'm not going to comment on any because there's way too many. Other than that, I want you guys to have a great week. I hope you guys enjoyed the series, and I'll see you soon on the next video. Bye, everyone.